It's not actually a sand beach, it's a rock beach. Looks kind of cool. Got all these boulders in the front. All right, let's see what the situation is here. I'm gonna pull up and take a peek-sapoo. All right, just pulled the boat up there. Look at all these big rocks here. Nice little fire pit, bench, whichever. Nice little rock beach here. And then we go into the forest. Oh, there's another fire pit in the forest. Interesting. And a multitude of flat spots for the tent, which is good, and lots of shelter in case it storms. And I think there's a view of the other side through here. Oh, look at this. View of the bay. And somebody's pots and pans. Or pans, I guess. Interesting. It don't look that old. Doesn't look that old. Standing water. Get rid of the bugs. Looks like somebody's made a little camp over here too. Alright, well, I don't know. Don't really have a lot of options. Alright, well, I just checked the GPS and the sunset coordinates are actually right here. So the sun is there right now. I might get afternoon sun and then have it drop there. I feel like more like it's gonna go around here, but 306 is like right there, and sunrise is right here. So that's kind of good. The sun's kind of trying to poke through again here and there. So I guess I'll stay and I'll get my stuff, and nice quiet spot anyways. It's in the corner of the lake away from everything else, and still haven't seen a person, so that's always a good sign for me. All right, it's noon. I got the bug shelter up and it looks actually spectacular. I'm really impressed with myself. Found a stick, put it up, wedged it in between the rocks here in the front, tied it around there, and then fastened it to a nice heavy rock that I picked up and put on top of there. And it was still sagging a bit, so I went and got this lovely pole here. We're calling it a pole today, and peeked up the top, and it's actually set up nicer than it was at the last campsite. And I had 2 trees there, so unfortunately I won't be able to hang the hammock in there because that's obviously not strong enough to hold my weight, but that's okay. I'm still quite pleased with it, and I can sit inside of it and enjoy my bug-free zone. So I'm gonna get my other things done now. The sun has been coming and going. There's a couple of blue patches in the sky, but not many. And doesn't look like any threatening clouds, but I'm gonna set up my tent quick first. And by the time I finish that and get all the stuff inside of it, should be just around time to have lunch. And then I'm gonna sit in my lovely bug shelter and enjoy my lunch. All right, it is 12:22. Not quite 12:30 yet. I've done all the things pretty much. The inside of my fly is wet, so I just got it laid out for now. I didn't want to put it on the tent with the inside wet, so just letting that dry. I've got the thermarest blown up, sleeping bag done, switching sides so that my hip and my shoulder don't get too bothered. Emptied out the pack more or less. Just have a couple things that got a little damp. The sleeping bag, and the Thermarest bag, but there's bags inside of it to keep the items dry, so just drying up the bags. And same with my pack here. My pack is a little bit wet on this one side, so I'm just gonna keep it out and let it dry. And over here we've got the bug shelter, which looks spectacular. Need to get this in the light. This out here, and have all the things in the bug shelter already to get my lunch ready, and also have my bathing suit, my towel, my book, a change of clothes once I go swimming, clean underwear and a bra and tank top, and then I have 2 waters. One is processed, one is not, and my shoes, and then my food over here and my chair. That's a nice view. All right, it is 20 to 1, 12:40, and somehow I am miraculously eating lunch before 3 p.m. I'm quite impressed with that. I've got a lovely little assortment here. I'll show you at the camera. And got some little toasts, some corn chips with flaxseed, some 2-year-old cheddar, some ha 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 moo, laughing cow, and some salami that I've cut up. I cannot wait to eat. I'll see you in a bit. Well, I finished my audiobook, and I still have Braiding Sweetgrass left. I want to listen to that too still, but I thought I'd listen to a little bit of music, and Wheat Kings came on just randomly on my chill playlist, and I remembered I had to do something very important today. Isn't that spectacular? Oh, I just love it. I find this campsite so funny because when I was little, we used to go up north. I was like 4 or 5, like little. And I used to play on the rocks. My mom would fish on the shore, and I would play on the rocks, and I would make, like, you know, pretend it was a living room. There's a table and the chairs and, you know, all the little things. And over here is the kitchen. And it's just funny because it's a really vivid memory in my mind of something that I did when I was little, and now I'm doing the same thing when I'm grown up. Look, I made a living room, and over there is my bedroom, and over here is the kitchen. This is the front porch. Oh, feels great. Woo. It's very shallow. Ugh. Well, I kind of did a thing. It's about 3 o'clock. I was sitting out in the chair in the sunshine and the deer flies were buzzing around me. So I came into the bug shelter and I was sitting in the chair and I started dozing off in the chair, and that chair is not super stable as far as like leaning all your body weight back and falling asleep. It probably would topple over. So I went to my tent and I got my thermarest and my pillow, and I've got it in the bug shelter now. I'm gonna have a little nap. Good night. I just missed it. I was laying here and I heard this buzzing sound, and it was a familiar sound, but not normal for here. And I popped my eyes open and there was a hummingbird right here at the top corner of the tent, and it was buzzing around. So I grabbed my phone really quick, but by the time I turned it on to record, it took off. It's very rare I see hummingbirds out in the backcountry. I think maybe that's the 3rd or 4th time like ever in over 20 years of camping. So that was really neat. I was hoping it would come back, but it didn't. Well, it's just after 4. I had a nice little snooze. I'm having a hard time getting comfortable. My shoulder is really sore. I went to go pick up the boat, and when I lift up any motion that's up above my head, especially if it's over my head, is really, really painful. And my chiropractor was calling it frozen shoulder the last time I was there. And I had to pick up the canoe, and it was at like a really high angle, and I had to like pop it up because the yoke was way down in front of me, and it hurt so bad. I almost started crying. So it's been kind of sore ever since. Thinking I might go out fishing, but I don't know. Just not really feeling it. I didn't get like one bite yesterday when I was out. And I know it was kind of sunny on and off, but then it was raining. And then I fished again from shore and just nothing. So I'm just like, yeah, why bother? Well, I decided to do some fishing, and I'm just getting my stuff ready. And I see there's a snake sitting here. It's a pretty good size. Hello, Snakey. All right, I've decided to come out of the boat and do a little fishing. I have this really cool lure from my friends Chrissy and Vince, and it's called a dark sleeper. It's supposed to be an amazing lure. I don't know what it's supposed to catch, but I'm gonna go out into the middle of the lake and I'm gonna throw it out a few times and see what happens. Well, it's about 5:30. Still out here fishing, not catching. Tried a bunch of different lures. Tried a bunch of different tactics. Haven't got a bite or a nibble at all. The sun came back out. It was nice and cloudy, and then I thought, oh, this is perfect. But then the sun came back out. Just paddling in behind my campsite. It's supposed to be an island, and I wanted to see if it really was, and it is. There's like 4 seagulls on this lake, and they keep making all these horrible sounds, and there are 2 loons now in front of my campsite. I can see them, but I can't hear them. And I got a barred owl somewhere in behind here. So that makes me feel better. Seagulls make me think of the beach or the city. Not up north. There's nothing going on here. Not a bite, not a nibble, not a nothing. Well, if I hadn't actually stopped the deer fly from biting my foot, I would get a little concerned about this. It's really red and swollen. But when I was sitting in the boat, I actually saw the deer fly biting me, and I smacked it, and I actually killed it and stomped it with my foot. But it got a good piece of me, I guess, with some poison in there. So I'll take an allergy pill and should be fine. All right, it's time for dinner. It's just after 6, and I have decided on beef stroganoff from OTG Meals. I have this buttered chicken, chicken pot pie, and I have a small shepherd's pie. It's not quite a half, and so I just brought it in case I wanted like a hot lunch one day if it was crappy out, whatever. Yeah. All right, water's boiling. All right, stirred up it is. Can't tell anything from that. It's too soon. All right, and now we wait 12 to 15 minutes. What shall I do? All right, here's the beef stroganoff. Looks pretty good. Like I said, I probably took a bunch of the peas out when I was splitting it. That's half the meal. So let's give it a taste and see how it is. Well, that's exactly what I wanted. There's big chunks of beef and noodles and some nice sauce. Bon appetit. I'll see you in a bit. Well, good evening. Just listening to some frogs call across the lake to each other. It's about 7:45 on July 1st, Canada Day. And I'm just sitting here chilling. Just went to grab my long sleeve. I was getting a little bit cool because I've been in the shade for quite some time. And the sun has finally made its way back around just in time to set. It should be going down probably in the next half hour or so behind those trees, I'm assuming. Sunset, I believe, technically is 9:30 tonight. I have to double check that. I thought that sounded a little off, but yeah, 9:27 is sunset tonight. I'll obviously be sooner behind those trees, but I got a little ways to go. It's been a pretty incredible day considering the forecast was 70% POP and rain the entire day, chance of thunder and lightning. Oh, it's just going on 9 o'clock and I can barely keep my eyes open. I don't know why I'm so tired. I laid down for, I don't know, 45 minutes or so with my eyes closed. I slept. Oh, God, see? I don't know. I guess just sitting around doing nothing all day makes me super tired. Well, I'm sitting here trying to decide what to do tomorrow. I have two options. I actually took Tuesday off work, but I'm really busy at work. And because I didn't do the bigger trip, I don't need the Tuesday for sure. I can either go out tomorrow or I can go out Monday and still go to work on Tuesday. That's the question right now. So there's a 600 meter from here into Claim. I'm told Claim is just a little lake. I'm fine with that. There's 3 campsites on it. So what I thought I'd do is kind of hop over there and see if there's a nice site. And if there is, I'll stay on it. Well, I went for a little stroll in the forest to put the bear vault somewhere. And I heard a very loud tail slap coming from over here. So I thought I would come and investigate. But I do not see a beaver anywhere. I did see one earlier. Just caught a glimpse of it swimming. And then it disappeared. Well, maybe he'll make an appearance again. I kind of feel like I'm on this, I don't know, on this like screened in porch or screened in veranda or something on like my front deck. Like it's just so perfect. I got this beautiful view of the lake. I can see everything. and yet I don't have the around my head and in my ears and in my mouth, and oh, it's just wonderful. Well, I'm just out for a walkabout, but I'm going right back in the bug shelter because it is the witching hour. I just wanted to check on the sky. It looks beautiful. And look at what's happening over here. Third day with a beautiful big moon. It's just behind some clouds right now, but it's still absolutely stunning. So funny. Such good timing. I went out just to take a quick look to see if the sky was doing anything because the sun went down kind of around the corner, but usually you should be able to see it from here if there's something, but I thought I don't want to miss anything. And you know, I get tired of sitting here, so I got up, I go out, and then the bugs are like, I'm like, oh man, it's the time, right? The sun's gone down, and there's that part in between dusk and dark, and they're just like crazy. And then they seem to dissipate again. So it's that time, the witching hour, I call it. So I just kind of walk along the shore, and there's like a frog hopping, and I'm listening to music, and I'm dancing around and singing and manifesting things. And I go around the corner and I look over at the boat, make sure it's flipped over, and then all of a sudden I look up and there's a big moon again. So it's the third one now, I think. I think I've had one every night this trip, which is really awesome. And it was just starting to I took a bunch of pictures and videos, and the clouds started coming. And then the bugs were all over me, and I'm like, just go in, the clouds are covering it up. Go out in a couple more minutes, wait 5-10 minutes, go back out and get some more pictures, right? So I just went running back out there literally because the bugs are just nuts. And it's gone. There's no moon over there. The clouds just totally covered it up, and no more moon. So it's just perfect timing. Otherwise, I would never have seen it. So that's kind of cool. I feel privileged that I got to see that. It's like a choir. They're singing to me. I'm not going out there. No, 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 no. I just saw a firefly. I'm pretty sure I saw a firefly. I don't know if they're going to show up or if I can even see another one. It was right there, and then it went right there. And then I grabbed my, oh, there. Oh. Now back up so you can see them better. Will that work? I don't know. I've never filmed fireflies before, I don't think. Oh, is that it? Come on. All right, well, somehow I made it to 11 o'clock. I'm pretty proud of myself and surprised, but whatever. After I made that one video there where it was starting to get dark, I started listening to music instead of an audiobook, and then I started dancing and singing, and I was having a great old time. I was listening to all my Canadian favorites for Canada Day, and now it's 11 o'clock. Well, I got kind of trapped in the no bug zone because once witching hours started, I was like, I am not leaving here until it's done. You can still hear them buzzing, but it's much more distant. When it first starts, it's just like they're everywhere, like they're right there. And then they kind of dissipate. I don't know where they go, if they go higher up into the air or spread out through the forest. But yeah, I know I got a cute little hairdo. I didn't want to do two piggies, so I just did one on the side. Anyway, great day today. Looking forward to tomorrow. Not sure what I'm going to do yet. I might go home. I might stay on claim. We'll see how I feel and what the weather's like. And that's about it. Good night. Oh, good morning from Lower Mace Lake. It's 5:30 a.m. Misty morning here and no sun yet. I'm going to go back to bed for a bit. Well, good morning again. It's about 6:15. Did go back to sleep for about a half an hour. And nothing has really changed out here. It's gotten foggier. The sun's supposed to be up over there somewhere, but no sun. And the sky is still blue, so, well, clear. So, anyways, I'm gonna get my oatmeal going and sit and eat, and then I'll pack up and get ready to make my way out. Oh, I get to watch this while I eat. This is great. Well, just as I was making my oatmeal, I saw the sun start popping up. It actually looks so much better in real life. Look at that. That's a little bit more realistic. Just gorgeous. Well, it's 7:45 and I'm all packed up and ready to go. I'm heading towards Claim Lake. There's a 600-meter portage from here to there. I've got just a little bit of paddling to do, maybe a couple of kilometers, and then the same through Claim, and then I have a 1360 into Dunlop, and then a bit of paddling again to do to get to the access. Hopefully I'll see some wildlife this morning, and we'll see what happens. The fog has lifted, and the sun is out, and it's really hot. And it looks like it's going to be another beautiful day here. Alright, I'm back on the water. Looks like I've got some beautiful mirror to paddle through this morning. Quite happy about that. Just scanning the shoreline now to see if I can see any wildlife. Wasn't able to do that this morning because it was too foggy. Well, it's just about 10 after 8 and it's just beautiful here. It's super, super quiet. Perfect mirror, not a breeze. Sun is shining. It's just absolutely gorgeous out. Alright, I have made it to the portage into Claim, just over from where the boat is. Looks like a nice start there. Alright, it's 8:22. I'm going to take the canoe first for a change. I think I've done the pack first on every portage this trip. I'm going to try the canoe first this time, and we'll see what happens. The one side still isn't tightening properly. I'm not sure what the situation is, but I've got it on good enough, so it shouldn't be too bad. And still perfect mirror here. It's so pretty. All right, off we go. All right, it's 8:40. I have made it to Claim Lake with the canoe. I felt a lot longer than 600 meters. I'm sweating buckets. It's so hot. And it took me, I think 14 minutes to do that. There's a couple of hills, not too bad. Other than that, the trail is fairly simple and no issues. The bugs, however, are awful. And as I'm starting to make my way back into the forest, I need to put my head net down. So I'm just gonna go back and get the pack, and then I'll decide what I'm gonna do. I still don't know. It's 10 after 9. The bugs have followed me back onto the water, and they're just really, really bad right now. I'm on claim. It looks like a really pretty little lake. All 3 campsites are on the left side, so I'm going to paddle the left side of the lake and check them out, and decide if I'm going to stay or I'm going to go. I don't know. That portage just like tired me out. This is turning into the perfect weather weekend. It has been absolutely gorgeous so far. Beautiful, beautiful sunny day. Not a cloud in the sky. Mirror water. It's just gorgeous. My original forecast for the entire 7-day trip was 5 of rain, and several of those thunder and lightning. And I barely had any rain at all. No thunder, no lightning, no winds, nothing. It's been just wonderful. Bugs have been a bit challenging, but I think they're still fairly good for this time of year. Well, it's 9:30 and I have yet to pass anything that looks like a campsite. I think this might be the one in the middle of the lake, just because it looks like it might be a campsite. The other spots where it was located on the map, it just doesn't look like there's anything there really. So I'm gonna go check it out. All right, we got some lily pads. We got some rocks. We got some more rocks. Like maybe a fire pit used to be here, I don't know. Maybe not. It's just basically a big rock. That's it, I think. I kind of like that this swamp is here because I might see some animals, but it's also going to make it maybe a little bit buggier. Let's see if there's anything else to this. Not really. That's it. So, that's a hard no. Oh, that's nice that it's in the shade right now. But it won't be for long. Well, the third and final campsite, I believe, is right there. I guess this is the second because I didn't really see a first one, but looks like it's way up on top of a cliff there. And I'm just gonna go look for the portage, and then we'll see where that is in location to the campsite, and check it out. Alright, I've located the portage. I probably should have checked the campsite first, because if I didn't want to stay there, then I would be doing the portage. But I feel like maybe that partially shows that I want to stay here because I checked this first. I don't know, my logics are... Even though it is slightly, very slightly attached to some swampy land over here, it looks like it's more or less an island. And that would make 3 nights straight on an island. Which I don't think I've done before. So I think that's kind of neat too. Super quiet here, it's super calm. Saw some more pollywogs. Doesn't that mean that there's fish in the lake? Like, that must mean there's some fish in here somewhere. Really would like to catch a fish. Alright. I'm gonna scout around here and see how to get up, or maybe that's the trail back there and I should have just took it. I don't know. Find out, and I'll be back shortly. Alright, I found a pretty good place to land the canoe right here at the side, or the front side, I guess, the front right. And it looks like there's a path going up, so let's go check it out. Thanks so much for watching. If you like what you saw, please click the subscribe button. Also click the bell for notifications. If you'd like to get more information on the stuff I use on my trips, please check out my website at CamperChristina.com. Thanks. Bye.